My brother kept insulting me at the family gathering, so my husband started swinging.
Left and right, left and right, duck, dodge.
Sorry for the throwaway account. I have colleagues on my main account, and I want to keep this as private as possible, but I also need advice. As my title says, basically. This past weekend, me and my husband were over at my parents' house for a barbecue. The day was going great until my brother, for some reason, started to have a go at me, calling me names and belittling me. My husband pulled my brother aside and had a talk with him, and the insult stopped. By the way, this comes from Throwaway Battle Pit 393 on the OK Storytime subreddit. So an hour or so later, we were standing around talking with some friends and family members, and my brother comes up to me and told me I'm a whore. His exact words were, you're an effing whore, right?
What? Why?
What is his problem?
I'm just here for the barbecue.
Opie's at the barbecue, and he's like... And
this potato salad is smacking, and then you get called that?
He said it loud enough for almost everyone at the party to hear. All I saw was my husband next to me look at me. Then I felt a push to the side, my husband stepping in front of me, and the next thing was my brother out cold on the ground with blood on his face. Damn!
Nice.
Damn! All I heard is my mother yelling and my husband saying, "You don't talk to my wife like that. I warned you already."
Wow, you guys got a barbecue and a show.
Damn. Before I continue, my husband didn't hurt me. He didn't push me hard or anything like that. Don't know how to describe it, but it was like a push that someone will give you when they're trying to pass. I went like one step back, that's all. I am not mad at my husband. I'm mad at my brother the whole day. He was demeaning me, insulting me, belittling me. I don't know where this came from, as he's never talked to me like that or to anyone that I know of. I wonder what he thought he knew. I'm wondering if he thought like OP cheated or something.
Did we get ages or anything like that?
No.
No ages.
We did not.
Okay. I feel like if we read more, we're going to find out why.
I think the brother probably thought he found out something about OP, like she was cheating or something like that.
Or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But also maybe intoxicated.
Also possible.
I don't know. We didn't get that detail.
The bigger problem is that I have to choose either my husband or my parents. My parents are pissed and have given me an ultimatum. I either leave my husband and divorce him, wow, or they cut me off completely. I mean, are they not going to do anything about this brother?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Do you understand why?
Yeah,
like the husband was defending OP.
My husband doesn't give a crap that they're mad. The only thing he's mad about is that he only got one punch in. His words. I love my husband and don't want to lose him, but I also don't want to lose my parents. They've supported me through a lot and have always been there for me. I know they're serious, as this is the first time they have ever issued me with an ultimatum. They also threatened my husband with an assault charge, but he doesn't care and welcomed them to do it. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that violence is ever the answer, but I also understand that from OP's perspective, her husband was defending her.
Yes. And he did give warning.
Yeah. I'm stuck between a decision that will change my life forever, and I'm panicking. I have received messages from friends and other family members that have given me support and condemned my husband, but they are leaning more on the support side. Any advice will be appreciated. Edit to clarify, I'm choosing my husband. I have never questioned that, but I also don't want to lose my family. I am very family oriented, and family to me is everything. I want to find a solution where I can keep both. And there is an update.
We still didn't get a reasoning.
We don't know
where
why.
Is the brother? Why are the parents?
Maybe she doesn't know.
I mean, yeah. Maybe. But why are the parents just out of the blue like, we're taking your brother's side?
Yeah, especially when OP said the effing or thing loud enough for everyone
and everyone heard it. Maybe not everyone heard it, but people heard it where it was just like,
yeah.
Okay,
it's
weird.
Like you're not going to follow up on that at all?
I don't know where the parents are coming from. Like, he kind of deserved it. Did he really hurt him? A little bit. Was it well deserved? Yeah. Shut him up.
Yeah, I think if I were in this situation, I would be a little bit mad at if I were OP, I would be a little bit mad at the husband. I'd be like, hey, that's not how we do things. But I'd also be like, the brother is the problem too. He started this. He was running his mouth about me.
This all stemmed from the brother.
Yeah.
Again, he was warned, if you don't stop, I'm going to shut you up. And guess what? He shut him up.
And there is an update. My husband is my choice, and I have no intentions of leaving him at all. Never had. I know it's early for an update, but I'm more confused now about what's going on. My parents invited me over to have a talk with them, but they wanted me to come alone as they didn't want my husband at their house. My husband refused to let me go alone and said if he isn't going, then he won't allow me to. I don't like that.
No.
He basically said, with you alone, that they will just pile on you and that I won't let that happen. So we went together. My parents weren't happy to see him, and my mother wanted to say something until my husband told her he isn't there for them, but me. And if he's forced to leave, I will leave with him. I agreed with him. Reluctantly, they agreed. My brother was there as well. He had a broken nose and a chipped tooth and refused to look at me or my husband.
You deserved it, man.
He just kept looking at the ground even while talking. Apparently, what happened with my brother is that he broke up with his girlfriend a month ago. It's more like she broke up with him. Don't know the reason, don't care. I wasn't aware of this as we aren't close like that. According to him, the reason he had to go at me this weekend is because of my life. Terrible reason. Terrible reasoning.
No. I don't buy it.
So many people have gone through breakups and they don't start, saying mean things, calling their siblings names.
Yeah.
According to him, my perfect life with my husband kept popping up on his feeds and he got jealous.
Sounds like an issue, brother.
Yeah, come on. Everything on my social media is with my husband. I don't really use it for anything else, but his feed was full of my posts and that set him off, as I had something that he didn't. It got worse when he overheard me and my mother talking when I had a discussion with her over children. Me and my husband are currently trying to have a baby, and that just made everything worse in his head. His life was falling apart and mine was going perfectly. And I was trying to have what he wanted with his ex. He said he didn't take my husband seriously when he pulled him aside and my husband warned him. I seriously don't know why he went after me, as nothing he said was true in any sense. And I did ask him why he said those things. He refused to answer me. I asked him why the "or" comment, because he knows my husband was my first and everything, and it has only been him all these years. He refused to answer. I asked him if trying to have a baby with my husband makes me an "or" as it involves spicy sleep, and he just left the room.
Dude, imagine being so insecure because you just got broken up with for maybe a good reason. It shows.
Seemingly a good reason if this is how you're acting.
And you're taking it out on your sister because she's having a happy life and she wants a baby.
Crazy.
You
also,
are
like, regardless if she was married or not, it's totally out of line to say this comment, but also she's married.
You're a sad little man. You are a sad little man, and wow, the fact that you're like, you can't say anything with a broken nose.
Yeah.
Again, broken nose was well deserved.
I asked my parents why they didn't step in and tell my brother to leave or stop. My dad said he wanted to, but my mother told him to leave my brother be, as he's actually not hurting anyone. He's not hurting you. That's ridiculous. He's not hurting you.
What if he called?
He was hurting OP.
Yeah. What if he called mom?
Yeah.
Names.
The same with the ultimatum. They wanted to protect my brother. I asked, what about me? And they were silent. That's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
All my father said was the ultimatum was my mother's idea and he went along with it. Yeah, it seems like you're a freaking coward, dude. He's like, oh, well, she told me not to talk to your brother, so I didn't.
The apple.
Well, she wanted to have an ultimatum, so we did that.
The apple does not fall from the tree here, it seems like.
This is basically where we are at the moment. A lot more was said, but I don't think it matters. My husband did apologize to my parents for what happened, but refused to apologize to my brother. When my mother asked him to apologize to my brother, he outright said no. He won't apologize for standing up for me, and my brother got what he deserved. He was warned and didn't listen. My mother said it still doesn't excuse him for hitting my brother. My husband asked my dad what would he do if someone called his wife an "or." My father said I would have a talk with that person, but would never hit someone. My husband laughed and told my dad he was a weak-willed, spineless man if he allowed someone to demean his wife like that. I do think that this guy is spineless, but I would not want my partner to punch someone, even if they were saying things about me.
I think it was just like the spur of the moment.
Yeah.
And like I said, well deserved, but violence is never the answer.
Violence is never the answer. It's like, I guess I'm of the mind of if you're going to start talking crap, expect to get hit, but you should not hit someone.
Yeah.
You know?
That's two for flinching.
Yeah. That got my mom red in the face. I could see her get angry. That is when I told my husband it's time to leave. I told my parents that I will be going low contact with them, and the ultimatum they gave me broke the trust I had in them. I understand they wanted to protect my brother, but in doing that, they hurt me. This seemed to take all the anger out of my mother. They asked if I will be cutting them out completely, and I told them that's up to them. I don't want anything to do with my brother at the moment, as he can't even apologize for what he said to me. I told them if they can respect my wishes, we'll see. You would be respecting our wishes if you joined us live every weekday at 3 p.m. PST on YouTube. Just tap our profile. And there is a little bit left, but regardless of how I feel about, your husband's actions, I do think it's the right move to go low contact because your parents are just not at all supporting you or recognizing that you got hurt in this situation.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes actions speak louder than words, and sometimes words speak louder than actions. And obviously, this was all stemmed from the brother of just being jealous. Which is,
just being jealous and your parents letting him get away with that.
I don't understand why the parents are just like, it's okay. That's what siblings do.
Yeah. It's like,
No. No.
When we got up to leave, my husband went over to my parents and actually still greeted them politely, but told my dad it's time to grow a backbone. Damn. I don't know what I saw, but I think it was shame in my mother's face because my dad looked at my mother and she looked away from him. This is where we are at the moment. My husband on the way back home apologized for possibly escalating things, but told me it was time someone told my dad the truth. He said whatever punishment comes, he'll take and deal with any fallout. I don't need to worry or stress about anything. And that is the end of that story.